What are you doing if in 5 years from now I bring home, he's a deadbeat, he has a tattoo on his face like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
This guy, what kind of car do you think I should get? Because I want something that is like a nice car.
I can buy her anything, by the way.
This is a great feeling. Am I gonna inherit that beautiful green watch? I would
You
love
don't
to
even know
inherit
what this
that.
is. What are they gonna do, take me to jail? By the way, what's our plan if we get busted?
Okay, I need to train to be able to drive a car just in case anything ever happens to my dad.
He's old.
And I need to be able to know how to drive so that I can take somebody to the hospital.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sabrina Cardone.
And welcome to my very first podcast.
You know, I think open communication within families and, to parents, I think that's a really important thing about relationships.
Now, on that topic, how do you think young people should dress? Hello, everyone, and welcome to my very first podcast. Our first guest here today is Mr. Cardone himself, the man, the myth, the legend, my father. He's done so much in the world in so many different respects, and we're going to be getting his opinion on a lot of different subjects. Mr. Cardone, are you excited?
I am excited, and
Okay, good.
it's very cool that you chose me as your first guest, by the way. Very smart of you.
Thank you.
I think that that's a good one. I got a whole list of guys that I know you can interview. So I'm going to give you access to a whole bunch of guys. It's going to be an easy call for me to make some hitters. And
Awesome.
then you're going to be able to ask them some great questions.
We'll get it done. We're gonna find some really cool people.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Now we haven't talked about anything that you're going to ask me about today.
Not even a little
Are
bit.
you going to go deep?
I'm gonna go as deep as I can go.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be asking you some questions about a few different subjects.
Okay.
I want to start about the meeting we were at yesterday. Do you remember that meeting?
Yes, of course.
It was very boring, very dull.
It was.
How do you sit through those very dull, very boring meetings?
I've been through thousands of them, okay? Like I knew the second I sat down after about the first 3 or 4 minutes, let's not mention any names.
No names.
I'm like, this is not going to go anywhere. Nothing's going to happen. Me and him aren't going to do this, but I have to live through it, okay? So I had the guy to my right, the guy to your left. You've sat in a lot of these meetings with me. And
Usually they're not this boring.
I know, because the other guy was dead. And we're not going to do anything together. I don't know. Maybe it could turn into something. So I'm just sitting there the whole time thinking, okay, just hang on, dude. It's going to be 30 or 40 minutes. Maybe something comes out of it. And I'm just telling myself that over and over. But you know how I am.
Yeah.
I have very low attention span for things that aren't going to go anyplace.
Yeah.
So that was a struggle for me, like just hanging in there.
And it went on too long too. It was almost 2 hours.
Yeah, it was cold.
It was freezing.
It was breezy outside. The
Yeah, we were
food was
sitting outside,
terrible.
and the food was pretty good.
The service was terrible.
The service was terrible.
It was slow.
It was so slow.
Oh my God. So anyway, most of the time I'm pulling my hair out without pulling my hair out.
Yeah.
That's how I do it.
You're just sitting through it, trying to get through.
Trying to get through
Because
it.
I don't know if I could do thousands of those.
You will do thousands.
Oh,
you
man.
will do thousands. But
Oh,
the
I don't
difference,
know.
yeah, the difference for you is going to be people are already, they're going to take you much more seriously than they took me when I was getting started.
That is actually something I'm worried about. And another question I wanted to ask you, should I go to college? Because I feel like it would make me more able to take people would be more able to take me seriously if I went to college.
I don't think anybody's going to take you more seriously because you went to college. I think people are going to take you serious because you're a serious person. So if you have something to offer, if you can stay present in the meeting, if you can ask good questions, you don't even need to know anything. If you can ask good questions of them, like yesterday, you could have got more involved with him. Like
Right.
you could have been like, hey, well, tell me what you do. Oh, really? What is that? All you got to do is ask
Yeah.
couple of those questions to engage that guy. I don't know if that would have worked with him, but
He was very, very,
conservative.
very conservative,
Yeah.
slow,
Yeah, just
hard to make conversation to.
yeah. But that's what you gotta figure. If you can do those things, nobody cares where you went to college. Now, if you're gonna go to Harvard or Yale and meet Bill Ackman's kids, or you're going to meet Steve Schwartzman's grandkids or Larry Fink's, like if you're going to connect, I mean, that is the value of doing that, but you can hijack all that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I could connect with people not going to college.
You don't need to, bro.
other ways
You're
too.
going to go in there and say, hey, I run this company.
Yeah.
If you run this company, you have access. It is what is it called? Not entitlement. What's the other word? It's not entitlement. We have privilege. Dude, you ought to drop into the privilege, bro. Privilege University. Shit. You come from Privilege University and you should tap into it, but not act like a privileged.
Not act like conceited and full of myself.
No, just come in this company and do something.
Yeah.
Move the bar.
I agree. That is my goal.
By the way, let me just say, out of that meeting, that boring meeting yesterday, read
Yeah.
this. This just came in. Because you know who this is. And you heard me make this phone call on the way home. So nothing didn't come out of that meeting. Nothing
Wow.
didn't come out of that meeting because on the way home from that meeting, I called this guy because that was a lunch you were at,
Yeah.
and said, hey, man, how can I expedite
That
this?
lunch was interesting.
Yeah, this was a very interesting lunch. But here he's saying, hey, I got 2,000 units.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's pretty awesome because it's one of my goals, as I'm sure you know, to run Cardone Capital up to $100 billion of assets under management. Do you think that's viable? Like, do you think that's a good plan? And how do you think I would?
can you grab my notepad from my office?
There's one right there. Do you need?
No, it's the one I was writing on this morning. It'll say that she just said.
How would one go about trying to do that?
Okay, how would you go about doing
How would
it?
I? Yeah. How would I go about doing that?
So we're at four now. The first thing I would do is I would start writing down in the morning. I'm taking Cardone Capital to $100 billion. 25x what it is today. Because now it's like you're like, wait a minute, he's already done 5 of it.
Yeah. And getting started is really the hard part.
It's the worst part.
For sure.
Now I got to do that. All I have to do is what he did 20 more times.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you start doing the math on it, Sabrina. You just start doing the math and saying, hey, he did this many times. What worked? What didn't work? What didn't work is probably as important as what did work,
Yeah.
because now you know what not to do. And then you build a team that can take you there. Man, you can do it 100%. I have complete confidence.
I think if I do that in my lifetime, I'll feel fulfilled.
Sabrina, if you did that, nobody will ever ask you where you went to school.
I hope not.
And by the way, they won't even remember me. They're going to remember you because you're going to do something I didn't do. They're going to say I gave you a start, and people are going to hold that against you forever.
But you did.
Of course.
You did give me a start.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Why not? Why
You
not
know?
run with that?
Exactly. And if you did that, if you took Cardone Capital to $100 billion of assets under management, what's the first thing it says on that? Yeah, read that. I wrote that this morning.
Goals: $100 billion assets under management. We're
See?
really aligned
We're
on this
aligned,
thinking.
dude.
We're really
Exactly.
aligned. You
Yeah.
wrote that just this morning?
I wrote that 2 hours ago.
Wow.
And that would give us 333,000 units.
That's not impossible.
Nobody's ever done that.
Still not
No,
impossible.
not one group. One group has never done that. We would be the largest apartment owner in the world.
We could do that.
You did that. I didn't do that.
It'll still be we though.
Okay.
And I think it should always be like that.
I like that.
I like it too. So some more questions I have for you about real estate. When people sometimes will talk to me about real estate, sometimes I'll hear them mention houses, I'll hear them mention retail. That's all real estate, but that's not what I think in my mind when somebody says real estate. What would you classify as real estate in your mind?
Well, I would classify a house, the Aventura Mall, a hotel, the airport, the private airport, the Amazon distribution center. That's real estate. The house we live in is real estate. This office building is real estate. That office building right there is real estate. The apartment buildings across the street, that's all real estate. But the kind of real estate we're buying, is real estate that, unlike our house, provides us with money, income. And so that's the kind of real estate I'm talking about. But
So
that
the
being
Aventura
said,
Mall would do that.
yes, 100%. The Diplomat Hotel that we tried to buy,
Yeah.
that's real estate, right? So, but you don't have to stay confined to what I did either, by the way.
Yeah.
You could end up a medical office, like where we go get that PT, the physical therapy treatment.
Yeah.
That's a medical office piece of real estate.
Yeah, and
The
that also
trailer
provides-
pads that our friend Jordan Zimmerman owns.
Yeah,
That's a lot of real estate.
and pretty awesome real estate too.
Yeah, and so you could expand because you probably have to. I don't think you can do 333,000 units.
Of apartments.
Yeah, I think it's going to be too big. Like we're never going to be able to get that many. Maybe you can, but you're probably going to have to expand into some other
Yeah, that makes
real
sense.
estate opportunities.
Other different kinds
Yeah.
of. So, what would be the perfect asset to buy in your mind
The perfect asset
Yes.
for who?
for you or for me?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, but why for you? What are you trying to accomplish?
Make a lot of money and go on that goal of trying to.
I mean, the perfect asset for you right now is you're 15 years old, almost 15. You're going to be getting a
Sure.
driver's license soon. You know, you don't need money right now. You need income.
Yeah.
So you need to invest in something. You need to take your money like you're doing right now and invest it in something that pays you cash flow without you ever touching the capital. So if this is your capital, you explained this before, if this is the capital, you take your salary, dump it into this, and then it pays you a couple $100 a month. Use the 200, but never touch this. Every 15-year-old kid should be doing this right now.
Yeah.
If you're getting an allowance of, $300 a month or whatever you're getting, take it, buy a piece of real estate that pays you $30 a month. Only use the 30, don't touch the 300.
Yeah, but how would a young, normal person get money?
Allowance, side jobs, side hustles. I was 14 years old. I was working every weekend. I was mowing lawns, doing whatever I could to get some extra money so I could go buy cigarettes.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, let's not promote that.
Actually, I didn't buy the cigarettes. Let me be honest. I stole the cigarettes from my mother and I kept the money
Oh,
from the
wow.
work.
Wow.
Because
Okay.
my mother was a smoker, so I'd steal her cigarettes
So
because
you
I
kept
wanted
the
to be an
money.
adult. I wanted to be an adult.
So what did you do with that money?
Well, I didn't have anything to invest in, so
You just bought something. But what kind of stuff did
I
you
just
buy?
saved money. I've been saving money since I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just stashing it away.
Where did you learn that from?
I don't know where I learned that from. Probably my parents. They were very conservative. Wish you'd have met my mom and dad.
Yeah, I really
They,
wish I would
they
have
would
too.
have loved you.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, my dad, dude, he would stop. I mean, he would be so in love with you, it'd be unbelievable.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my God, he would be like, I'd never get a minute with you.
Oh,
And then my
seriously?
mom would have been you and my mom would have got along great.
Oh, what a shame. I wish I could have met them.
Yeah. Well, mom died 5 days after you were born.
So I did kind of meet her.
She saw you
Yeah.
on video, but she wasn't in a great place at that time. But when my mom was passing on, you were coming in. So that's
Yeah.
kind of a crazy.
It's a cycle of life.
Yeah, it is cycle life. Why do you
Wait.
say that?
People are born and then they grow and then they grow old and then they die and then people are born again. So it's the cycle of life.
Uh-huh.
Because cycles, they repeat themselves.
Yeah.
I'm just the beginning of the cycle. She was at the end.
Yeah.
So you
That's
know?
awesome, man.
Okay, so on the topic of saving money, is it good or bad? Because I've heard from so many different sources. It's good, it's bad. When is it good? When is it bad?
Well, just having money sit around. This is good that you're curious about all these things. This is going to be a good podcast for you. People are going to
totally
be interested
could.
in this. Sabrina's Corner.
Sabrina's Corner. What should we name it? Let us know.
Yeah.
We don't quite know what we're going to name it yet, but it's the new podcast for now.
Yeah, look, people should not just save money to save money because money is useless sitting there.
And it's always depreciating.
It's going down in value.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's not really going down in value. It just buys less.
Less.
It buys less.
Yeah.
Is a better
It's,
explanation.
$1 is still worth $1, but
A dollar's still a dollar.
$1 used to buy an ice cream. Now it's $3.
Yeah, exactly. So, when I was a kid, your age, I'd buy a piece of bubble gum. I swear to you, it was that big around. One piece.
Wow.
And it cost maybe 2 cents.
Wow.
So I could go to the store for 25 cents. I could get a bag that would last me. It would literally wear out my jaws.
Oh my gosh.
Today, I mean, first of all, they made them a lot smaller
Yeah.
and they're probably 25 cents.
Yeah. Per little
So-
bubble gum.
But I'm still using the same dollar.
yeah.
So if I'd have just saved that money, if I saved $100 when I was your age, today it would still say 100, but it's only worth 4 pennies.
Probably not quite that drastic.
No, it is. It is. It would be exactly that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It would only buy $4 pennies of services.
Wow.
Yeah. So saving that 100, I'm deceived because I'm like, I still have 100,
But it's
but
not
it doesn't
quite
buy
really
what it
100
bought.
anymore.
Exactly. So that's why I say people shouldn't save money. Now, that doesn't mean you should spend it. It means you should take it and put it into something that would have had the reverse effect over those periods of years.
Like real estate or
Yeah, real estate, a business, investing in your marketing,
yourself.
branding, a YouTube channel, anything that would create more income.
I guess clothes if you need to look professional.
Yeah.
I mean, you need clothes, so you do need to buy clothes.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
you have good taste in clothes.
Thank you very much.
What look are you going for?
Right today I was kind of in a rush, so I just put on these pants and this little shirt, and it's
Yeah.
just kind of like, business casual.
Yeah.
That's the look.
Yeah.
You know what? Now, on that topic, how do you think young people should dress?
Young boys or girls?
Both.
Well, we were going through the mall the other day,
Yeah.
and I you want to tell them what I said?
Well, we're passing these like young girls who are like showing their midriffs and short shorts and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, like I don't really remember what you said.
Yeah, there was 5 kids coming this way, and 2 of them are barely dressed. And I'm like, okay, guys, I'm 66 years old, married with 2 kids. 5 kids are walking this way. They're about your age. And I'm like, look at that. Okay. There's no way a grown man or a woman, anybody is going to look at that and not put all the attention on these 2 kids that are, barely dressed. And it's not that they're bad kids. It's that they're pushing out this wrong vibe.
Yeah.
And I'm not a weirdo, but trust me, in that mall,
There
there's
is probably a weirdo.
thousands and thousands of people in that mall, men and women that are weirdos.
Yeah.
There's 20 weirdos in the mall on any given day.
I agree. I mean, it's a known statistic that pedophiles go to malls because there's young people there.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
But
So what happened is those 2 girls now are stimulating or pushing out a vibe, an advertisement, a billboard
yeah,
to the weirdo that then makes he has a response to.
yeah,
So I would just tell the young girls out there, look, if you don't want to create that kind of effect, man, don't dress like that. It doesn't mean you're a bad girl because you're dressing like that, but it does mean you're sending a message out to people that have stuff going on that are cuckoo. If a man came through and he was dressed like that, didn't have a shirt on, short shorts, I'm like, everything's pulled tight. I'm like, dude, this isn't a swimming pool.
yeah.
This is a mall. Now,
yeah, I would have the
if
same
we're on the
response.
beaches in France,
There's a time and place for everything.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So what was your impression of the way they were dressed?
Yeah, no, I thought the same thing. They didn't look very classy.
So has it changed the way you think about what you wear?
Well, I try not to wear anything really shocking anyway.
Yeah.
Like I'll wear like sweatpants and like a small top in my house, but I don't like to like wear that out
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my general rule.
But you do want to be free to dress as a kid too.
Of course,
Yeah.
and I agree with that. But I think like you can dress like you're a kid and you're young without showing your whole body.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
You don't know this, but one of the security guys at the house actually said something to me about, hey man, when their kids go to the mall,
Oh really?
they were worried about Scarlett.
Oh really? Which
Yeah.
one?
But he comes from a part of the world where that's not, it's frowned upon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
wow,
you
that's
guys will
crazy.
figure out the right thing to do.
No, for sure, I agree. I agree. It's definitely a more delicate subject because it's just hard to talk about.
Yeah.
Like if you talk about it, you seem weird.
Yeah.
But I agree with you.
Now on the boy side, you're wearing a hoodie, your pants are halfway down. Dude, that's same thing. You look like a
for
gang
sure.
member. You look like what are you doing, bro? Your pants don't
Yeah.
fit. That is not cool to me.
It's not. It's not
Okay?
at all.
On the other end of the spectrum,
Yeah.
the kid that drove up here in a Rolls Royce trying to impress me with a big watch
Oh
on.
yeah. What do you think about that? Like really young people wearing. Like, what if I got a really, really great looking car? Like, what do you think about that? Like a Ferrari.
That kid. Let me do that kid first.
Okay,
Driving
go
up
ahead.
in a Rolls Royce, wearing a gold Rolex. He completely lost all my respect.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you're overspending, dude. You're overspending to try to impress me, and it doesn't impress me.
Yeah.
Now, you going out, you're getting ready to get a car.
Yeah. What
We've
kind of
talked
car do
about
we think
this.
that we'll have? That I'll
You
have?
ask the audience, what kind of car
What
should
kind
you-
of car do you think I should get? Because I want something that is like a nice car.
I can buy her anything, by the way.
This is a great feeling. But I want something that's a nice car, but I also don't want it to be super flashy, super loud, nothing like that screams like, oh, I'm super spoiled. Just something that's like, it's a nice car. Like, yeah, like she probably comes from a good family, but that's all I want it to say.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be I don't want it to be a Ferrari. I don't want it to be something like that.
Well, it's not going to be a Ferrari.
No, I know a girl who drove around. It was basically her McLaren. Like, it's just too loud.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So it's, you even said you were willing to have a used car with some scratches on it. Why'd you say that?
For sure. I don't want a new car. I want a used car. Right now, I think the car that I want is the new Toyota not the Highlander, the Land Cruiser that came out. Because it's a good looking car. It's like, I like the SUV kind of.
Yeah.
Like the Land Rover Defender. Like, I like those kind of bulky cars. Like, they're not quite SUVs. Like the G-Wagon, like that kind of shape of car I like.
Yeah.
And the Toyota Land Cruiser is kind of the same kind of shape.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah. I wish what was the other car beneath that? The Toyota that they used to make the 4-door SUV.
That was the Land Cruiser.
No, not the Land Cruiser. The one before that. Smaller than that. I don't think they make it anymore. Toyota. Huh?
No, because
No, not the RAV.
No,
but
I think
right
you're-
above the RAV. No.
I think you're thinking about the Land Cruiser because they just started remaking it.
No, it was not the 4Runner. The 4Runner's a good looking little, huh? Not the Highlander. No, there was another. It's smaller. Man, I think they discontinued it. I think it looks perfect.
They discontinued the Land
looks-
Cruiser though.
No, this.
Are you sure you're not
Yeah,
thinking
this
of
isn't
that?
the Land Cruiser.
Are you
I
sure?
had a Land Cruiser.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the new Land Cruiser is pretty cool looking.
The new Land Cruiser is really cool.
FJ Cruiser, dude. See, that's what I'd like to buy you. The old FJ Cruiser.
Let me look up a
That's the
picture of
one I
that.
would love to get. Or one of those small. But the problem is some of these old cars, they're not going to
really
be
safe.
They're not safe. That's the only thing I worry about. But you're a good driver, except for that time you almost hit the mailbox.
Or that one time I tried to hit the brake but accidentally hit the accelerator.
Yeah,
There's been some times.
yeah.
But I think I'm pretty good. What do you think?
No, you're a great driver, dude.
I think I'm a pretty good driver.
I don't even worry about you when you're driving. Like if it was up to me, I'd have you driving every day right now. You already drove the PCH.
It's true, I did.
Tell everybody about when you drove the PCH and what Mama said.
What did she say? I don't remember.
Oh my God.
She was like, oh my God, like I can't believe you would let her do that. But it was like 6 a.m. Like, there was nobody on the road. There was pretty much nobody on the road. There wasn't. I'm serious. You must be remembering this
I
wrong.
was in the car, dude.
You must be remembering this wrong because there was almost nobody on the
Bro,
road.
I tell your mom I let you drive the PCH. She's like, how dare you? If people found out, if something happened. I'm like, something happened what? Like, what are they going to do? Take me to jail?
Yeah, I mean, if
By the
something
way, what's our
happened,
plan? What's our plan if we get busted?
Okay, I need to train to be able to drive a car just in case anything ever happens to my dad, anything ever happens to a parent or somebody I'm with.
He's old.
Yeah, who knows? He's old and something could happen. But and I need to be able to know how to drive so that I can take somebody to the hospital. It makes sense.
Or just tell
Or-
them, hey, we're going there now.
Yeah, or we're going to the hospital. He's having a heart attack. Like, it's a little bit insensitive, but I think it would work. So talking about watches,
How do we get to the watches?
because you were talking about that guy who rolled up with
Oh, yeah,
a
yeah,
Rolls
yeah,
Royce
yeah.
and a Rolex.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
talking about watches, am I going to inherit that beautiful
Oh.
green watch, Mr. Greeny, on your wrist there? Because I would
You
love
don't
to
even know what
inherit
this
that.
is.
Yes, I do.
You don't even know what
Yes,
watches.
I do. It's a model number 5905P014. I guess I deserve it.
Let's see how it looks on you.
Let's see how it looks on you. I mean, we were kind of talking about not trying to be flashy. I feel like this would be a little bit flashy.
Well, I'm not giving it to you now, bro. Trust me.
I guess. What a shame.
Does it even fit on you?
Yeah, I'm sure it will. I just am struggling a little bit.
Well, this is what I'll do. You know what?
Yeah?
I'll leave that watch for you.
I'll inherit this watch?
Yeah, you've asked about it before. Why do you like it so
is.
much?
Because it's so beautiful. It's green.
Yeah,
I love the band.
yeah.
It's shiny. It's beautiful. What do we
Yeah.
think, guys? Does it look nice?
Dude, that watch is so sick.
It looks great on me too. Just
I
saying.
think there's 25 of those in the world.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, so that is one watch I'm proud that I bought. Most of the watches I wish I wouldn't have bought.
So you are like a little bit of a watch collector.
Yeah, but this watch, this is what I'll do, okay?
Is that one your favorite?
Yeah, 100%. I will give you this watch when I'm not around anymore.
Okay.
Okay, this will be yours, and I'll put it in my will that it's yours.
Okay, perfect.
As long as
Yeah.
you get the company.
Up to $100 billion assets under management.
Oh, God. Even if you get it to 25 billion, dude.
Okay.
No.
Fine.
You got to get it to 50.
Okay, I have to get it to 50.
I think there's 25 of these. So if you got it to 25 billion.
I guess that would
I
make
think
sense.
I can get it to 25 by myself, though.
But I can help, and then you can give it to me.
You think you can get it to 100?
I think I can do my very best.
Get it to 80. When you
Okay.
get it to 80, I give you the watch. If I die, I give you the watch.
Okay, fine.
But you can't give it to that deadbeat you get with.
That's another question I wanted to ask you.
This is your watch. He can't use it. He can't wear it. He can't touch. He can look at
But
it.
what if it's not a deadbeat?
I don't want him wearing my watch, man. I want you wearing the watch.
What are you doing? What are you doing if in 5 years from now I bring home, he's a deadbeat, he has a tattoo on his face like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
This guy, like, what are you doing? Like, how are you going to
So,
react?
number one, Mike Tyson can put a tattoo anywhere he wants. That guy you're with hadn't done anything. He hadn't won one fight, much less 50.
Okay.
Um,
But what if I really love him?
Dude, I mean, I'm going to tell you, man, you bring a kid home who's got a tattoo on his face, I got a problem with that.
Really?
I'm like, what are you thinking?
But what if
What
he's like,
were you thinking?
yeah, it's pretty stupid.
What happened to you? Because all we know is this kid took and put tens of thousands of injections into his face to make. How did he come? What thought process did he go through to decide to do that? You were either did something out of one moment, or you took a long period of time to think about doing that.
Yeah.
Either way, we got a problem, Houston.
Yeah,
We have
I
a problem.
agree. Okay, now what
And
if
now I got a problem with you because now you fell in love with some
Whack
guy
job.
that makes weird decisions.
Yeah, okay. So now what if he doesn't have a tattoo on his face? But what if
Okay,
he's just
okay.
like a lazy guy, you know? Maybe he has like a piercing or something. Like his ears are
We'll
pierced
take
or
away the
something.
piercing too. Let's
Okay,
just go with
fine.
lazy.
He's just a little bit lazy, you know? He doesn't do much. Not really very motivated.
Uh-huh.
But he's a really nice guy, you know? He has good morals-ish. He's, let's just say ish, to make him like an average fellow.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
Okay.
He's like a good guy. He's kind. He respects people.
Yeah.
But he's a little bit lazy. Doesn't really do much. Not
Yeah.
really motivated.
And so how's he going to take care of you?
What if I decided that I was going to take care of him?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
If I decided I was going to be the breadwinner of the family.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how old are you? Let's say you're how old?
19, 20, something like that.
Yeah, well, at 20, you're not going to have enough money yet to take care of him.
What if it's just like he takes care of himself and I take care of myself?
Because he's a deadbeat, dude. He's lazy.
Yeah. But what if I really love this
You're not
guy?
going to stay with him.
It's
I'm just
true.
telling you, you're going to get bored with him.
Yeah, I probably will.
You're going to be running, if you're going to be running this, by the way, you're not going to get to watch with this guy
It's true.
because he's going to hold you back.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, what do you want from me? Do you want me just to love him?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever, bro. But I'm never going to respect him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can be like, okay, that's your husband, but I'm not going to respect him. He's got to earn my respect. Just because you love him doesn't mean I respect him,
Yeah, that makes sense.
right?
That makes sense.
And you can't,
I can't make you love him.
no. And I don't think he's going to make you happy because I
Probably
don't think
not.
anybody's going to make you happy.
I don't think people make you happy.
No, I think you got to make you happy.
Yeah.
So, the old thing the daughter could say to the father, oh, he makes me happy. Good, bro. That's bullshit. No, nobody makes you happy.
Yeah.
You make you happy. So am I going to respect him? No, he doesn't work. He doesn't do what I do. He hasn't done what I've done. What happens if something happens to you? What's he going to teach the kids? So it's hard for me to wrap my head around how I'm going to be like respectful of him.
That makes sense.
So if we let's say we have a yacht in the future and we want to go spend 2 months on the yacht. Sabrina, come on out. Well,
my boyfriend?
no, dude. Hopefully you're gonna find somebody that's curious, motivated, excited, wants to grow and wants to do things. But hey, that's up to you, man.
Hopefully so.
You know,
That's my goal, personally.
I'm gonna have a problem with him, though.
Yeah. Would you still have a problem with him if he's a really hard worker, he's a great guy, you like him? Well, no, not if you liked him. Say he's a really good guy.
Yeah,
He's hardworking. He has money.
yeah,
You'd like him then?
yeah. That's cool, man.
But what if his one flaw is that he believes in shrooms?
He believes in what?
Shrooms, like mushrooms. Like, what if he likes to do weed, like shrooms and smokes weed?
Oh yeah, that's a problem.
But what if he's a really hard worker, has a lot of money, all that kind of stuff? That's his one flaw.
Did he earn his money?
Yes.
He earned it himself.
Say he did.
But he's a shroomer.
Yeah.
It's a problem. You need to have a problem with him.
No,
being
yeah,
a
I
shroomer.
also have a problem with that, personally.
Why are you doing drugs, dude?
No, yeah, it's weird.
Oh, because I'm on some spiritual discovery. Good, bro. But you could do that without
that on
doing
your
drugs.
own.
You don't need to do that with drugs.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You're trying to do a shortcut.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Okay, cool. So what age do you think, like on this subject, what
Okay.
age do you think is a good age for somebody to have a boyfriend or girlfriend?
You?
Yeah, what age would be a good age for me to have a
50.
boyfriend? 50? Oh, wow. I'm never going to get a boyfriend at that rate.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
I don't
okay,
know,
but-
man. I'm probably not. You got to figure that out.
I mean, I've heard a lot of stories from you in your youth,
Yeah.
and you've had a lot of girlfriends.
I have.
Like, do you think that you would go back and do that again? Or
Well-
do you think you would do that differently if you could?
I would like to think that I wouldn't do it again, but I don't think that that's true. I think I probably
Oh,
would.
wow. Oh, wow.
Just to be honest with you,
Okay. Thank you for your honesty.
I think it was a complete waste of time, though.
Yeah.
It
But
was
you
a-
would still do it again? And have a bunch of girlfriends?
just because there is some fun in it. There's fun in it. But it's very lonely. Like when I really play it through in my head, it's very dissatisfying, very lonely. The end of the weekend, you're like, yeah, this isn't going anyplace most of the time.
Yeah.
If I look from the age of 15 till 45, there was not one person I met the entire time, not one girl that I was with between 15 and 45 that I would have ever been in a successful relationship with. I would have missed nothing, believe it or not, by not being with any of those people.
Except the fun. So then
It wasn't that fun.
you wouldn't go back and do it again.
I'm just being honest with you. I don't know that I could not avoid the temptation of like, I want friends and I want fun and I want weekends and I want laughter but it's completely ridiculous.
Like,
It's-
you rationally know that that's ridiculous, but you still think you would do it?
Yeah, probably.
Huh. That's really interesting.
Yeah, I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah. Thank you for your honesty.
Yeah.
So, but you tell young people, don't go party, don't go have fun, work
Yeah.
on yourself.
Yeah.
But you don't think that you would do that? No.
Oh, I wouldn't do all the partying I did again.
Okay.
I would do some of it probably, but not to the degree I did it.
Okay.
You
Were you
know?
a big partier?
It wasn't a party. None of it was a party. Party's the wrong. It was a disaster.
Oh,
The
God.
first time I got drunk, I threw up all over the place.
When was that?
I was 15 or 16, went to a graduation party, homecoming. It was disgusting. I drank a bottle of cherry vodka. I threw up everywhere,
An
blacked
entire
out.
bottle of cherry vodka?
Me and another guy. I mean, I couldn't handle a quarter of it.
Yeah.
And it was just disgusting. I don't remember the event. I was embarrassed.
Oh, that's terrible.
I lost respect. I threw up on myself. Like,
Oh.
it was terrible.
Yeah, I'm glad to say that that's never happened to me personally.
Yeah. And so if I didn't do that, would I miss anything? No.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Would have
And
maybe
then-
retained some respect for yourself.
Yeah. And then that continued. We continued to do that. And it just got worse and worse. And it was not fun. Those weren't parties. Those weren't good times.
Now, do you think people from my generation have more potential than people from your generation had?
Yes. 100%.
You do?
I do.
Because I'll ask this question to people every once in a while, and I'll get it both ways. Some people think because of social media, because of technology, people don't. But other people think that because of the same reasons, they do.
Yeah. I think because of AI, social media, the ability to reach, it's how you're going to use your time and energy.
But more people are lazy in this day and age.
Man, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think people are any lazier today than they were 30 years ago. I know a bunch of lazy people from when I grew up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So every generation says the generation that comes after it is lazier than the one that,
But you don't think that's true?
no.
But I think people today, there's like this whole thing being pushed that it's okay not to work and that you shouldn't push yourself. And I think that you should push yourself and you should work.
Yeah.
You know, but that whole message is being pushed. And I don't think that was pushed so much in your age.
Yeah, I agree. But I mean, you know, it's the same problem. There's the grinders and the hustlers and everybody else. And if you outwork everybody else consistently, if you can, any kid that could create discipline right now and not do the parties, not do the weekends, not do the trips. I didn't do any big trips.
What was your first big trip?
My first big trip, I was 28 years old and I went to Cabo with my sister and went fishing.
Oh, that's fun. Do you know how to fish?
Yeah, I caught a 800-pound marlin that
Oh,
weekend.
wow. I've
Yeah,
always
it-
wanted an 800-pound marlin.
Yeah, exactly.
How did you catch an
Monster.
800? How?
Took 4 hours.
Oh my God.
So, but my point is, I didn't, and then I went on that trip and I didn't go on another trip for probably 10 years. Like I just worked. I was working and grinding.
Yeah.
If I'd have been doing that when I was 15, 16, 17, I wouldn't have missed anything. Yeah, I would have. I'd have missed 10 years of drugs. And I would have created another discipline. The kids today, if they could create big D, discipline, okay? Like the ability to show up, do your homework, get done early, get done fast like you're doing, go to work, go to the office, learn the game.
Yeah.
And dig in, your 30s will be unbelievable because now you're going to be traveling the French Riviera. You know,
Hopefully.
you're going to be traveling any way you want. You could meet anybody you want. Like the plans that you have.
What age do you think I'll make it to $100 billion assets under management?
You could do that by the time you're 35 years old, dude. You could literally like you could dig in now. There's no reason a kid today couldn't put his head down, find the right opportunity, put his head down, dig in
Yeah.
now. Because everybody else around you is sleeping. If they're not lazy's not the problem right now. They're indoctrinated. They're watching their phones. Their heads are going to be falling over their shoulders by the time they're 40 because they're looking at that phone all day long. You could rule the world, man. Any kid. You don't need to go to college. That's 4 or 5 years that you would waste. You could put your head down now, find the right vehicle, the right opportunity, get in it, learn everything you can about it, every little thing that matters. Not the little stuff, but all the big things that make
All
the
big
thing
details.
grow. And you could be 35. You could be one of the most influential people in the world.
I believe in that too.
And then you can start moving around and moving. You could start moving.
And I think that's part of that is what makes America so great. Mm-hmm. You know? Although I'm pretty sure you could do that in any other country too.
Yeah.
But not all countries.
Yeah.
Not all. I think like Iraq, you probably couldn't do that there.
Yeah. No, that's right.
So on the subject of that, do you think you would ever run for president?
Do you think I would ever run for president?
Oh, I don't know if you would.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if mom would like being. I don't know if mom would like that.
Yeah.
I think you would like it, but I think it would be so hard on the rest of us.
It would be very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you ever would?
I don't think that happens.
You think you'll ever run for like governor, any other kind
I
of
think
role
some
like
of that could be potential. You know,
Like
I
for
think
fun.
if I continue to, you know, if we continue to grow and change who we are and become more of what we can be and reach our potential, I'm going to become more and more interested in the civil aspects and the surroundings and the community. The reason people, I think, get involved in politics is because they become interested in okay, we're deteriorating.
Yeah. I don't think old people get involved in politics because of that reason. I don't think old politicians are good people in that sense.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think
Yeah.
most of the politicians that you're talking about have been in so long, they're career politicians. But I think there's a new group of guys coming in or gals that are in business and now they're concerned and they're starting they're new. Like I would not be a politician. I would be me moving into politics if I got into it to try to change the direction of things
Yeah, I agree.
for the better.
I could definitely see you as president.
Yeah, you could, huh?
Now, someone told me recently that women shouldn't be president.
Oh, yeah. I think that's completely untrue.
I agree.
I think women would be great presidents.
I think so too.
Yeah, 100%.
I think so too. You know, we have like the class.
I don't think a woman's going to be better than a man.
No, I don't really think so either.
I don't think a man's going to be better than a woman. I think the right person's going to be the right person.
Yeah. The right person would be better than the wrong person.
Yeah. Now, whether anybody can change anything as a president, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
well, what do you mean by that?
I don't think it's male or female. Or,
yeah, I don't really think it matters. Yeah. He was saying like women are too emotional or something.
That's ridiculous.
Like,
what was the other thing we were having a conversation on about women versus men? Was it me or you or Scarlett?
Was it the thing with the straws?
Yes.
Yeah, we were discussing. It was her, you and Scarlett, and then I kind of joined at the end.
Yeah.
Do men drink with straws? I don't think I've ever seen a man drink water with a straw.
No, and the reason it is,
and I was thinking like, why?
There was a thing on Instagram about why men don't drink with straws. It's because
straws are considered feminine.
Yes, and I'm like, no, it's not, dude. Men want to drink as much as they can, as fast as they can.
So they're just like,
okay, like men are more like dogs.
Okay.
Like if I could drink out of a bowl, I would.
Really?
I'd be just like,
that's very animalistic.
Okay? I'm not going to use a straw because it makes me look like a woman.
That's not your reasoning.
No, it's got nothing to do with it. I just want to get as much of the juice as I can as fast as I can.
So do you never use a straw?
I don't think I ever use straws.
I personally love straws.
I'd use a straw if it was a protein drink.
Or like a boba.
A boba? Yeah.
Yeah, you use straws with boba.
Of course.
Because you're not going to just like try to drink a boba without a straw.
No. But if it's a water, if it's a beer, I want it straight out of the bottle. I don't want it out of the straw.
I think certain drinks need straws. Certain drinks don't need straws.
Okay.
Like you're not going to drink tea with a straw.
Well, plastic or paper straw?
Well, plastic straws are not really allowed anymore.
Yeah, but they should be because it's ridiculous. It's in a plastic cup.
It's true, but I think the whole thing is that with the straws, animals will eat them and choke and die.
Okay, whatever.
Like with a cup,
that
they
was
don't
one
choke
turtle.
and die.
One turtle on the internet had a problem with a straw.
Maybe a few turtles. Who knows?
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't know. I think paper straws, like it's a little bit uncomfortable, but like it's better for the environment.
Don't even work. They don't even work, and I don't think.
But you don't even like straws. Just drink without a straw.
How does the paper cup actually hold hot tea without them putting some kind of poly something
bioplastic or something?
Some bioplastic inside the paper.
I mean, they have to, but it's less plastic.
Whatever.
Which is the point. But also, you don't even like straws. Just don't drink it with a straw.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you don't even like straws.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
So I don't even know why I'm fighting against the straws because I'm not using one anyway.
I think it's good. I think it's good for the environment that we.
Yeah.
ban
The only thing
straws.
I remember straws good for is I'd do spitballs when I was in high school.
Oh wow. You must have been a menace in high school.
A total menace. If you and I were in the same classroom,
do you think we would have
grade,
gotten along or no?
Yes, 100%.
You think so?
You'd have been in love with me. What are you talking about?
That's kind of weird.
Like, that dude is so wacko.
I don't think so.
I would have been.
I think I would have been like, dude, he's so weird.
Yeah. You'd have been on the other side of the room, and I'd be.
Oh my God.
Hitting you in the back of the head with spitballs.
That would be fun. That would be fun to be young at the same age.
Yeah, right. We'd have had a lot of fun.
We probably would have.
Yeah.
But then you would have gotten into drugs, and I wouldn't have been cool with that.
Yeah. No, you wouldn't have been my friend.
No, I wouldn't have.
No.
So I have some more questions.
And I would have thought, okay, she's all tooey, doo.
For sure.
She's too good for me.
Yeah. People think that's about me today.
And you were right. And you should just say that.
Yeah. You would have been right. I would have been too good for you when you were doing drugs.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone should be allowed to be your friend.
Oh, I love that. Why? Why do you say that?
Because,
not everyone should be allowed to be your friend.
You shouldn't be friends with everyone.
Yeah.
And I do think you should obviously be kind to everyone. I believe in that, treat everyone with respect.
Yeah.
Be a decent person to people, but I don't think everyone should be allowed to be your friend.
Yeah.
Because you are who you spend time with.
Yeah.
You become who you spend time with.
Yeah. Now you're not really nice to people.
I would say I
yeah,
am.
like you fluff it up. You gas people up quite a bit, don't you?
Yes, I do. It's actually a gift and a curse, both.
Tell me why that is. We were talking about this last night.
People will think that we're really close because I'm nice to them, but we're not close.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, we're not friends, really.
Yeah.
But I will obviously say that your dress looks fantastic and you are killing it and you're slaying. Oh my God, my jaw is on the floor.
Uh-huh.
But it's not like that. It's like I am just being nice to you because it makes me feel good to put this positive energy out into the world.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But it really comes back to kick me sometimes because
then they make this connection with that.
They think we're best friends. And I'm just like, we're not. Like some people, like this one random girl thinks we're really close friends, but to me, she's just a random girl, you know? So it's very interesting. It's a gift and a curse. I think you and I have different curses in that sense.
Because
I think you don't do that very often.
I don't do it at all.
No, not even a little bit. I don't think I've ever heard you do that.
It has to be something like
it has to actually be worthy of that.
it has to be way worthy before I'm gonna acknowledge it.
Probably it has to be beyond the point of worthy for you to acknowledge it so heavily.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't think you would acknowledge it.
And then it has to be consistently worthy.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'm like, oh, bro, you know, like
I
Wyclef,
agree.
when Wyclef performed. Oh, you didn't see that, did you?
I didn't see that. I wasn't there.
You missed a great party.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You thought it was great?
Dude, the guy was amazing. Okay, we had Buster Rhymes the night before. Buster was like, had a little bit of an attitude, had to get his hair cut before he went out there. I went over
Seriously?
to see him. He wasn't
like...
available. I'm like, okay, whatever, bro. Like, I don't have time for this. And I ended up leaving. But Wyclef came the next night. Hey, man, I want to meet Grant. He got there early.
Oh, wow.
Attitude's completely different.
Wanted to be there.
Totally available. Wanted to be there. He'd already been paid. Both of them been paid. But Wyclef, like, I want to reach out to you, man. I need your phone number. I study your material. Like, completely different thing, right? Then when he performed, it was like, I want to be here. Drumming my back with a finger.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, dude, it was so amazing. Like, and I said, man, look at this guy. The difference between a performer and a performance.
Wow.
And so when somebody does something really great, I'm going to definitely acknowledge it.
Yeah, it's true. I've been acknowledged a few times about you, and it always feels good.
Yeah.
Because you know you're not just going to... There's certain people, you can't really tell if they're just saying it.
Yeah.
Or if they're actually, really acknowledging you. They really think that you did a great job at something.
Yeah.
When you get an acknowledgement from you...
Like when have I acknowledged you that it meant something to you?
I don't know when this was. I just remember you saying, Sabrina, you did so fantastic. I'm so proud of you. It just felt really good because you're just not going to say that.
Yeah, I'm not gassing you.
You're not. You're just being what you think.
Yeah.
So, on a different subject.
Okay.
Should I get a prenup? When I get married, should I get a prenup?
100,000%.
But what if the love of my life?
Okay, here's what he's going to tell you. Here's what he's going to tell you.
Let's hear it.
He's going to tell you, oh, why we're in love. We're never going to get divorced. Why do we need one?
Yeah.
Because we need one. And you shouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
If we're never going to get a divorce. That's how you're going to handle that.
That's true.
Okay. And by the way, if you don't want to handle that, if you don't want to sign that, that means you actually have some other agenda. And I don't believe you have another agenda. But if you don't have another agenda, sign the prenup.
Sign this line.
You're marrying me for me, right? You're not marrying me for the money. So if you're marrying me for me, not for the money, boom, sign. If you want me, sign the prenup. If you want my money, don't sign the prenup. And then he's going to be like, no, I want you. Sign the prenup. You had that before he came into this. And he shouldn't want you. It's very important that really more important that he understands he's in it for you, not for the money. Mm-hmm. And when he signs that, he's going to be saying, I'm in it for her, not for her money, because I'm not going to get any of the money.
Yeah. Now, what if instead of that, I marry a guy and he's like, I don't want a prenup. And I'm like, okay, cool. What are you doing? Okay, so we're getting a prenup then.
Yeah. So now you're going to get a prenup?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Because I'm not.
I mean, that was always my plan anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, what if he is worth more than you?
Then we both get prenups, I guess.
No, you just have one prenup.
A prenup works both ways.
Bro, you keep yours, I keep mine, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
That's the way it should be.
I don't think it would ever be a problem for someone with more money than you.
Okay, so why would it be a problem with somebody with less money? It shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. It's like, if you don't want this, if you're here for me, not for that.
But what if they feel like it's like,
and that's what they're gonna say. They're gonna be like, oh, you're already planning to get rid of me. You're anticipating. No, I'm not, bro. I'm not like that. No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, sign the prenup. It's simple. It's an agreement. By the way, a marriage is an agreement. Why do we need an agreement? The marriage is an agreement. The whole thing's an agreement. We're making an agreement right now. If we can't make this agreement, how are we going to agree on other stuff?
So then kind of on that same line of thought,
Yeah.
what's the biggest lesson you've learned from having kids?
Man, you guys have taught me so much. You've taught me that I have the capacity to be a good person.
Did you not think that you had the capacity to be a
Yeah,
good person
I
before?
did, but I didn't understand that I could actually stop what I'm doing, anything and everything, and even the most important things, and pay attention to another person. That didn't include me and some victory I was going to have. So I know I'm a good dad.
are.
I would give it one of my highest grades is being a good father. And I couldn't, I wouldn't know that about myself if I'd not had y'all.
That's true.
And
And I think a lot of people have that idea that they don't really have the capacity to be a good person. Because I've experienced that myself too before.
Yeah.
Like I don't have the capacity. I've kind of thought maybe I don't have the capacity to love a person.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love you and I love Mom and I love Scarlett.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people actually do have that idea.
Of course. I mean, until you know you can do something, I don't know that I have the capacity to fly a plane because I haven't learned how to fly a plane.
Yeah.
I don't have any interest.
Yeah.
But you don't know what you have the capacity to do or not do until you do it. And that's why I'm telling you about college. You think college is going to give you some.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But it won't because you still haven't done anything. You got out of college. And then, and in your case, how many books have you read?
Probably around 200.
Yeah. So you're like, if somebody reads 2 books, they're not going to be like, oh, I'm a better person because I read 2 books.
Yeah.
Because they haven't done it enough. But you've read 200 books, you can read.
Yeah, I can read.
Like you can read fast. You're going to read hundreds of more books.
For sure.
But most people can't even imagine reading a book. You could go to college, get out with an A, and still say, okay.
For what?
I haven't done anything.
Yeah. I agree, but I still kind of have that idea that other people will say, okay, she went to a great college.
Yeah, 100%. It would definitely give you a leg up if you went to Harvard. But most importantly, it's going to be more important if you went to Harvard and hung out with Ackman's kids in the Hamptons on the weekends, which could have a lot of negative to it.
For sure.
Because now that's where all the craziness comes in.
It's true because it's, young people, they want to have
Drugs,
fun.
alcohol.
They have so much access to anything. And
those kids have access to everything.
Everything. And when people are have that much money, they have legal connections, it's too much freedom.
Yeah. Yeah. You think kids can have too much freedom?
I think so, for sure.
What does that look like?
The kid who, the parents always say yes, and it almost shows a negligence of the parents. When I was in school, I knew this girl who could go to anything that she wanted to go to at any time. She could stay up super late, and we were 5 years old. I remember this girl, we were 5 years old. She ate whatever she wanted to eat. And I remember,
Do I know this person?
No.
Okay.
I don't even remember who it is. I just remember thinking her parents don't care about her. She does whatever she wants to do. Her parents aren't even really there. And I think that too much freedom can create unhappiness, a lot of unhappiness for the child. I think barriers are important. No, you can't do that. You're going to act like this and you're going to act like this and you're going to act like this. And I think that a person having to overcome those barriers, that makes people.
Yeah.
That's what makes people.
Yeah. Overcoming obstacles.
Yes.
Do you think we give you too much freedom?
I don't think so. But I think that if I decided I wanted to be a bad kid, then I would have too much freedom as it is.
Uh-huh.
But I think since I'm a good kid and I don't abuse my freedom,
yeah,
I do think I'm a good kid. I think I do all my school. I'm in junior year. I'm only 14 and I'm in junior year, about to graduate. I think I'm going to graduate school around November, December.
Dude, that's nice.
Yeah. So I'm a good kid, but if it was a bad kid, I would have too much freedom.
Yeah, yeah. Now, do you think what's something you've done that I don't know about?
Huh. Is this my podcast or is this yours?
It's yours. But is there something you've gotten away with?
Usually, I've only done one of these podcasts and it's been with you.
Yeah.
But usually I think I'm the one asking the questions.
Okay.
No, you know pretty much everything. You know everything that is meaningful or
What's the one
significant.
thing you're not telling me right now?
I'm not thinking of anything.
No? You sure?
No, I promise. Let's see.
But if there was one thing you were thinking of right now, what would the audience say it is?
I don't know. I guess they would have to
Yeah.
let us know that.
Ask them.
What do you guys think was my one secret mystery? Let us know. And I'll let you know if it's true. If it's true, I'll let you know. But we'll see.
Truth or dare?
Truth or like two truths and a lie.
Okay.
But, you know, there's not really anything.
Okay.
I don't.
No, you're a good kid, man.
I am a good kid. And
And the moment, you know, I mean, unfortunately, the parent, I'm going to come in a second, Tony. It's unfortunate because the parent typically waits too long to pull in the
yeah, it's true.
harness. But I would wait until you start screwing up. Then I'm like, dude, I got to tighten down on it now. Like you've kind of ruined you've lost your right to have the freedoms.
Yeah, it's true. And there's a right to have a freedom. Like I know too.
I'm not gonna
two
penalize you
kids.
prematurely.
Yeah, of course. You shouldn't.
Yeah.
If I'm doing great, thriving, there's no need. Like if everything's going good
I don't need to hammer you.
and you would just decide to take away freedom, that would also create upset.
Yeah.
That would also be like, yo, what?
But I know some of your friends that I'm like, their parents never say no to them.
For sure. Like I am thinking of two people right now that it's almost like they're too far gone too. Like it's just they've had too much freedom. Like you can't even take that freedom away anymore.
Yeah.
Like
Well, it's going to be a long upset.
a long upset. And like
But-
it's just almost like it's too far gone. But I don't think it is. I think you can always reel it back in.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to think like I just don't know how that would go.
The kid that then had, because the kid's probably unhappy too. In both of those cases you're thinking about,
Yeah, for sure.
the kid's probably unhappy. You probably see him as unhappy.
For sure.
The parents probably see that they're unhappy. Then somebody just needs to tell the kid, hey, are you unhappy? And then
Yeah,
they're
and the kid's like,
yeah,
I am.
I am unhappy. Okay, well, look, you want to get happy?
What if they don't want to get happy?
Yeah, but they do.
That's
Who
true.
doesn't want to get happy?
That's true. I've never met anyone who doesn't want to be happy.
Yeah. And so that's that's probably why parents send their kids to boarding schools. My mom, that you never met, she knew. She just didn't confront it. She hoped
you were
it was
young?
hoped and prayed it was going to go away. And you know, it didn't
just
go away.
didn't.
It didn't go away. It got worse. And I'm lucky to even be alive. My mom should have intervened. She should have said at 17, hey, look, dude, I know you're smoking weed. I can tell you guys are loaded all the time. Stops. This is not going to happen in my house. Okay, you want to go live some other place? Go do that. She should have dropped the hammer. She should have intervened. At least she would have intervened. I don't know that I would have changed. Okay. But at 18, I overdosed.
Oh, wow.
20, I overdosed. 23, I overdosed.
Were you in the hospital for all those?
No, but I could have died. Somebody came and interrupted the conclusion of my life. My mom was one of them. So
That has to be really hard.
as a mother, as a
Yes.
parent, I'm like, you're watching your kid die, but you're not confronting it, you know? So, and my mom had a lot going on. You know,
Yeah.
she didn't have a husband. She had already lost a son. She was by herself. She was embarrassed. She didn't want to go to her brothers. You know, you want to keep it a secret. You don't want to tell anybody you got this problem going on. It's a problem.
Well, hey, this has been a great interview. Thank you so much, Mr. Cardone. Mr. Cardone or Papa, what is your name on this podcast?
You can call me whatever you want to call me.
Okay, cool. We're looking for names for the podcast. Let us know what we should call it. We're looking for people to interview. Let us know if you know anyone or if you want to come on the podcast. And we'll see you next time on the very first, well, it will be the very second Sabrina Cardone podcast.